Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some raw thoughts. I watched about an hour or something on TV, watched a couple YouTube vids, I read the rest of the results, so it's good enough for a raw thoughts video there. You know, my thoughts on the product, guys. I enjoyed Seth Rollins getting a big win over Roman Reigns. I like Rollins, tremendous wrestler, excellent wrestler there. I enjoyed Rollins and Jon Stewart. Stewart kicking him right in his beautiful penis, dog. Jon Stewart is a big name in the entertainment industry, so it's good publicity for, WWE, good publicity for Rollins. And Seth Rollins is quickly becoming, he's almost my favorite wrestler. It's getting to that point, people. Since they downgraded Daniel Bryan and since he sold out his own fans telling us to praise Roman Reigns there, I think Seth Rollins is surpassing Bryan for being my favorite wrestler. I enjoyed John Cena getting buried by Stephanie McMahon. She said that the fans didn't want him at Mania. The crowd starts screaming yes. She says she's starting to enjoy the chant and shit. On one hand, it was funny seeing Cena getting fucking verbally raped and destroyed there, but on the other hand, is it really best for business? The top merch seller, talking like if he's an old man, like if he's worthless, not even good enough for Mania. I'm enjoying it, but, couldn't they turn him heel instead, If Roman Reigns is going to be their new top face, why not turn Cena as the top heel? Would only make sense. They could have done something for this, for this Mania there. Why not turn him fucking heel? Give the fans what they want when it comes to Cena. Fans actually want him to turn heel. If he'd turn heel, we would get what we want. So instead of just treating Cena like a piece of garbage there, how about turning him heel, giving us new stories and new dynamics, motherfucker? Just do something. Yeah. Then Curtis Axel came out with the Axel Mania, and sadly this is working. The fans were into it. Axel Mania. What you gonna do when Axel Mania runs wild on you? And then he got destroyed by Cena, so, it's pretty sad when the top guy, the guy that you shoved down our throats for 10 years, gets hated by fans. And the schmuck like Curtis Axel gets 10 times more of a reaction than Cena. That's how bad it's gotten. We had a Bray Wyatt promo. He lit up a coffin on fire. That's cool and all, But where the fuck is The Undertaker? Where the fuck is Taker? Mania is in less than a month. No Undertaker. What the fuck are they doing? You need to promote these goddamn matches. No Lesnar, no Sting either. They weren't advertised for the show there, but come on. It's WrestleMania season, for God's sakes. It's only Triple H and Heyman doing all the work there. And all they can do is repeat themselves every week because there's no storyline progression. If Lesnar would come out and beat up Reigns, then they'd have something else to talk about. Instead, now Heyman is convincing fans that Brock is going to show up at Mania due to him walking out. That's what it's been reduced to, Mania there. They have to convince us that the champ is going to be there, for God's sakes. Remember back in the old days, people, when every wrestler on the Mania card was there every week? Remember that? And they used to wrestle every week as well, leading up to Mania. Holy shit, huh? These part-timers, I like, Sting. Love Sting since I was a kid. Adore Lesnar. Love The Undertaker. 3 of the best, but where the fuck are they? It's like bringing back Michael Jordan. Jordan's back, guys. And he plays once a year, The people would mock this. In wrestling, oh, these guys, man, they're in the main event. They're not even truly in the company. They show up once every 6 months, for God's sakes. Sting was on TNA programming every week. He was in every segment, for God's sakes. I'm sure he wouldn't mind showing up every week leading up to Mania. And when Sting is there, when Brock Lesnar is there, they don't even talk, for God's sakes. They don't talk. Fuck, man. These guys have to promote the show. It's Mania season. Fuck, man. Come on. This is getting sad. How about pushing your younger wrestlers, giving them the big matches? At least they'd be there. At least it would show that they have confidence in their wrestlers. Oh, these guys, these young guys can't sell pay-per-views. They're not given a chance to. They have to build these young stars up and do something with them. Why bring in guys who aren't even there? Come on, man. This is getting ridiculous. Last thing I want to talk about, Daniel Bryan. Okay, last Mania, this guy was in 2 of the 3 big main events. Beats Triple H, beats Orton and Batista for the world title. This year, he's fighting in the jobber match for the Intercontinental title. Holy shit! Holy fuck! I don't want to keep complaining about this Bryan shit. The company doesn't care. Daniel Bryan doesn't even care. He's telling us to bow down to Roman Reigns there, but couldn't they have done something better with Bryan, Put him in the big match at least for his fans there, Instead he's in the throwaway match with a bunch of mid-carders, Along with Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler. Couldn't they have a big match for these guys there? Guys that are there every week. Guys that are going to be there in the future. Dean Ambrose, a guy that all the fans like. I haven't seen one fan talk shit against Ambrose, and that's rare. Dolph Ziggler, he has a minority of haters. But all the crowds love Ziggler. How about a good match for those guys? How about a good match for Bryan? Why are they concentrating on part-timers who aren't there? They're not going to be there the day after Mania, maybe for 2 minutes or something. Okay? And they take all their real current stars, group them together in jobber matches. This makes no goddamn sense. And now with this Andre the Giant Battle Royal, they just take all the guys, jobbers, and just put them in there. Fuck this, man. How about fucking, promoting these matches? Even Roman Reigns doesn't even talk about Lesnar. He mentioned him 2 seconds while talking to Seth Rollins. It's more like, Reigns against the Authority. You wouldn't even know he's fighting Lesnar almost. Okay, they should have Reigns cutting promos on Lesnar every week. The Rock, a big Hollywood star, highest grossing star last year, I believe. He was showing up on Raw almost every week, doing big promo exchanges against Cena, playing music and shit. Once in a while he'd appear via satellite, and we were mocking this at the time. Nowadays we would kill for a via satellite appearance. Lesnar doesn't even show up via satellite, neither does the other part-timers. Taker's not even there, period. What the fuck is going on here? From what I saw, Raw wasn't good there, but the build to Mania is just retarded, people. Very, very bad there. It's not well done. You got big matches, but they're not promoted. The stars aren't even there. What is this, for God's sakes? Until next time, peace.